Today on Cajun Court TV, how will Justice Jackie handle these two siblings?
Defamation of character.
You know what?
She needs to pay nothing.
I ain't paying for nothing, just like you don't pay for nothing.
Mr. Carter, sometimes they put people like you in straitjackets.
And he needs to be in one.
I need you to calm it down. Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Be careful, he might take all your breath.
Justice Jackie.
Deborah Carter is suing her brother for $1,800 of unpaid rent and $1,500 for a check he forged with their mother's name on it. The plaintiff states her brother lives with their mother, and 6 months ago, a rental agreement was signed by her brother stating he would pay $300 a month towards rent, but has yet to pay anything. He continues to have unwanted guests over, including his girlfriend that stays months at a time. Total being pursued, $3,300. Ashton Carter states he did sign the rental agreement to keep peace with the family. He states his mother refused to take any payments from him for rent. He stated he takes care of his mother, who's been ill for quite some time. He cooks, cleans, and maintains the lawn and makes sure his mother takes all of her medicine correctly. He denies forging his mother's name on a $1,500 check. He's countersuing for defamation of character for $2,500.
Okay. We have Miss Deborah Carter, Mr. Ashton Carter. You all have some family issues. Ms. Carter, you initiate this proceeding. I'll start with you.
Good morning, Ms. Scott.
Good morning.
Well, I'm here today because my brother has been taking advantage of my mother, and it's time for it to come to an end.
Taking advantage of your mama?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, before I slam Duncan, you need to tell me more. I want to be fair, just as Jackie wants to be fair.
Thank you.
It's unfortunate that we had to be here, but my brother is a grown man, and he doesn't take responsibility like a grown person should.
And you a grown woman who needs to mind her business.
Silence, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, just let her finish, please.
She needs to quit lying.
We need to get, don't, hold up. Proceed.
Miss Scott, my brother was basically homeless, and my mother had to take him in once again, like she always do. So she decided that he needs to pay rent. Well, we both decided he needs to pay rent.
Yeah,
so we collectively came up with the idea that he would pay $300 a month for staying there, which we both felt was very reasonable.
Oh, I wish I could live for $300 a month. Now, you said you collectively, who decided to?
My mom and I.
She did.
Mr. Carter, hold on, please. Let me get some facts, please.
She needs to tell some facts.
Yes, ma'am. We both came up with the agreement that he will pay $300 a month, and he never paid a penny, which is a shame because my mother's not able to be dealing with all this.
First of all, Mama wouldn't charge me to stay in her house. She ain't gonna take no money from me.
Hold on, Mister. Hold on.
Whatever.
Just a minute. Let me ask some questions. Now, your mother's ill.
Yes, ma'am.
How old is your mother?
She's 67.
And she's not here today. Do you have a power of attorney?
Yes, ma'am. I have a power of attorney, and I have it right here.
Okay. And may I see that, please, Matt?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Scott.
And hold on, Mr. Carter. And while Mac is passing me that, tell me what's wrong with your mother.
She has heart disease. She has a little dementia, and she's stressed out all the time. And all the stress comes from my brother. He would just get out on his own.
Well, whatever. But you will come around more.
So now your mother asked you, agreed that you would have a power of attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
And you signed an agreement with your brother for rent?
Yes, ma'am. Sure did.
And do you have an agreement?
Yes, ma'am. I got it right here with his little raggedy signature on the bottom of it and everything.
Pass that to me, Mac, please.
I'm sick of you already.
Yeah. And how did you come up with how did you come up with $300? The amount of $300 for
Well, he don't pay for anything else, and my mother, her check goes to all the bills. She has to pay for her medication and everything. So I figured $300. We figured $300 would be a fair amount for him to pay.
You got it right.
And what kind of check is this?
He don't do nothing
What
else.
kind of check is it?
My mom gets a check every month for $1,500 from the gas royalties from her land, and that's how she pay all her bills. He don't got to buy soap, tissue, none of that. All I asked him was to pay the $300.
See what I'm saying? All I asked is
hold on, Mr. Carter. Don't be so angry. Don't be so angry.
She's making me this way, Miss Scott.
What do you say about this, Mr. Carter?
So it's my turn.
What did you say?
You may speak now. You may
Mr.
speak.
Carter, ain't nobody talking to you. First of all, I want to apologize for you for hearing her version first.
Well, just a minute. Just hold on. Let me go back to Miss Carter.
Will mediator Justice Jackie slam dunk the defendant? Find out next. Was the plaintiff concerned about her mother's health or money? Cajun Court TV resumes.
Miss Carter.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know that your brother's being irresponsible?
He's been irresponsible. Not only did he not pay for the 6 months of rent, but he constantly have people in and out the house. People I know my mom don't
She
want
don't
over
even
there.
be there. Stop saying that, okay?
Well, quit having people over there all the time.
What's,
She don't want him there. She don't want him there.
How do you know this? That your mother doesn't want his friend?
It was people that she didn't allow him to be around when we was growing up because of their bad habits. They were always getting in trouble with the police, got girls pregnant at a young age.
what the?
One of them got kicked out of high school, Miss Scott, and never even finished. I went by there one day, they was playing really loud music, smoking all around the house, and I done asked him time and time again not to smoke in the house.
Mama smoked
Not
too.
to smoke.
Wait just
Yes,
a
ma'am,
minute.
she
Hold-
smoked.
Not
She
the
one
same
got me
stuff him and
smoking.
his
It don't
girlfriend
matter.
smoke.
I said it don't matter. I
Not-
start
no.
scared, whatever.
Speaking of the girlfriend, Miss Scott, the girlfriend come over there and she...
Jessica ain't got nothing to do with this, Deborah. See, that's what
Mr. Carter, don't.
Can I
Mr. Carter,
finish?
why are you so angry?
Because of
Will
her.
you let her finish?
You're not listening to her?
Yeah, I hear her.
The
but will you let her
girlfriend stay for months at a time. She needs to be paying rent too.
So
she
she
don't pay
disrespect your
anything.
mom?
Jessica ain't got nothing to do with
She
that.
disrespect your mom as well?
Very disrespectful. She don't even acknowledge my mom when she come over there. She don't contribute towards the rent, the bills, or anything. She's just a freeloader, just like my brother. They belong together.
Ain't nobody no freeloader.
Mr. Carter, now I heard something about smoking. Now you said your mama smoked too?
A lot.
And
Heavy.
she smoked,
But not the same thing.
She smoked them Camels.
now, Mr. Carter,
And
now your
not
girlfriend's coming over. You say she's not staying with you. Now you agreed to the 6 months for the lease, for the rental agreement. Is that correct? You agreed to that.
Yeah.
And now
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
friends coming over disrespecting your mom. You know, I'm ashamed. If you're disrespecting your mom, you know, your days are numbered. And tell me something. Can you pass a urine test?
Go on and test them, Miss Scott.
Why don't you shut up, okay? Miss Scott, what are you testing for?
Exactly. Exactly.
Drugs.
Exactly.
Drugs.
Exactly.
I understand you're smoking. Your mom's smoking Campbell cigarettes.
Answer the question. Can you pass it?
No, ma'am. I cannot pass.
So
No.
you're saying you would not be able to pass a drug test?
No. That has nothing to do while we're here, though.
Yes, it has everything to do with
Because
why
I
you're
asked you
here.
not to smoke in the house.
Why
You're
don't
being
you
sick.
shut up?
Tell me shut up.
I understand that you're being disrespectful. And I'm sure if you're doing the same thing at your mama's house like you're doing now, you're being disrespectful.
Miss Scott, but it gets worse. One of
Tell
my
me, I can't imagine anything worse than disrespecting your mama.
One of my mom's check came to the house, and he had the nerve to take it, forged her signature, and cashed it.
That ain't even true.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
that's not true. I didn't.
You know what? If you forge a signature, this is criminal.
Miss-
You are ruthless.
Lock him
Miss-
up. Lock him up.
I hope
Miss
that's,
Scott,
I hope
really?
there's no truth to this.
It's
I
not,
really.
Miss.
How much was the check?
The check was for $1,500, and he needs to be responsible for paying that and the 6 months of rent
Nope.
that he never paid.
I'm not.
Or move on.
I'm-
Did you get law enforcement involved?
No, ma'am,
Now, you
I
want-
didn't because I recently found out about it before we got here.
What?
Okay, well, you know what?
Don't make sense,
Well,
do
just
it.
tell me now. You get a chance to talk. Now, tell me what you say about these accusations.
Well, first of all,
Hurry up,
again,
'cause
I
you
want to
want-
apologize
Oh, well,
for
thank
listening
you.
to her. You're more than welcome, Miss Scott. But this is what I'm saying. My sister, Deborah, she does nothing but twist things around and turn everybody against me. She ain't nothing but a drama queen.
And you ain't nothing but a freeloader.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Miss Scott. Miss Scott, I'm not perfect, but Deborah not perfect either. And I thought that I was doing my best by helping my mother out.
Mr. Ashton, how old are you?
33.
33 years old, and you're still staying at home with your mama.
Exactly.
But you're taking care of her, and you're saying that's your contribution to society? That's your contribution to your mama?
Not no society, but to my mama, yeah.
Well, I'm confused.
Me too.
Why did you sign that lease agreement?
Look, Miss Scott, I
For
signed.
only $300 a month. Why did you sign it? Get it out. You've been so aggressive. Now get it out.
Has the defendant fallen off his rocker? Will Justice Jackie seek counseling for these siblings? Find out next on Cajun Court TV. Is this a case of sibling rivalry? Cajun Court TV is back in session.
My mom didn't ask me to pay anything, and she would never ask me. But you know, as soon as it's little Miss, whatever you want to call her, gets involved, money gets involved.
So your mama didn't care whether or not you paid one way or the other.
That's correct.
So for a second time, why did you sign that lease agreement?
Because Deborah lured my mama into this decision, and I was just trying to keep the peace with my family. That's it. This has nothing to do with me being a freeloader, Miss
Oh,
Scott.
please, Miss Scott, don't let him fool you.
Okay,
he'll
you
do
was
it
talking to
for
me.
Miss Carter, Miss
everything.
Carter.
Miss Carter, she
zip your
talking
lips,
to me.
zip it.
Zip it.
Now, Miss, I don't need your echo.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Just go on. I don't need your help either. Tell your story. Let's get to the bottom of this mediation. Let's get through.
Miss Scott, I clean for my mom because she can't do it. I cook. I make sure she take her medication. I mow the yard for her. I do everything for my mom. But since we're talking about me, why don't we ask Miss Financial Advisor here,
That's
when the
right,
last time
financial
she
advisor.
cooked or cleaned for our mom?
You know, I go by there when I can, Miss
When
Scott.
she can.
I'm not talking to you. I go by there when I can. I try to make it up
Try to
whenever I
make it
can.
up.
But my job doesn't allow me to be there as much as he is.
So how does she
He
know
don't
as
work.
much as she's saying? Why are we here today if her job don't allow that?
I didn't say I didn't never go by.
Yeah,
Miss-
but your
Miss-
job don't allow a lot of
Miss
stuff.
Carter,
Yes, ma'am.
just tell me, what do you do for your mother?
That's
Mr. Carter, you have one more time. Just one more time. I am sick of your outbursts. Sick of it. Now, if you all get along with your mama like this, that's a shame. Will you let her finish, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Civil play, please?
Yes, ma'am.
First off, I manage her expenses. Sure do.
And what else do you do?
Nothing.
Well, I go by there. You know, I take her to the grocery store when she needs me to take her to the grocery store. But my job just doesn't allow me to be
How
there as
often
much.
do you take her to the grocery store?
Whenever she needs to, I make sure that she have groceries and everything in the refrigerator for a month, every month. And he's lived there and he don't do that.
You know, you talk about a financial relationship. What about the physical relationship? Take them to the store, that's fine and good. Can you tell me some more that you do?
No.
Well,
Mr. Carter?
me and my mom have a really good relationship, and she understands where I am in life right now. I only brought my brother by here because it would be times that I would go by the house and there would be no groceries in the refrigerator after I put groceries in there. Him and his boys eat up everything and don't put it back.
Well, you should. And what do you? Who money do you supply with? Huh?
With my money.
with
I'm the
mama
one
money?
put that stuff in there.
Okay,
This ain't cool. What she doing?
how so? If your brother is taking care, a lot of responsibility at home, cleaning, cooking, while you at work, why do you want him to pay rent?
That's exactly why.
Taking care,
God,
taking care
that's
of
what
mom.
I want to know.
Mr. Carter,
It takes
taking
more.
care of your mom is priceless.
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
So why do you want him to pay rent?
Because it's not just him there. He have all his friends over there all the time. If he gonna be responsible, he needs
Well,
to be
you
If he
responsible.
have
lives
my
there, he
friends
can't
here,
have
too,
friends?
Not just me.
Mr. Carter, I don't need your help. Miss Carter, what's really going on? What's really going on?
I'm just concerned about her well-being because it'll be times that I'll go by there and there will be no groceries in the house and she's not eating properly because my brother and all his little broke friends done ate up all the groceries.
Broke friends,
and
okay.
I'm the one have to put their food in the house.
Well, good for you. And who you do it with? Mama money, right? It's time you start doing something, Deborah. You don't do nothing else?
You don't pay for nothing.
You don't do nothing else?
You don't pay for nothing.
Whatever.
I know it's a big responsibility being a caretaker, but Mr. Carter, you're not off the hook. What about that forged check?
Is the defendant blowing smoke where there's fire? Find out next when Justice Jackie returns. Is the defendant having a meltdown? Cajun Court TV is back in session.
But Mr. Carter, you're not off the hook. What about that forged check? Did you sign that check?
Miss Scott, first of all, I wouldn't do nothing like that to my mom. And I had no idea about a forged check until Deborah brung it up. Look,
What about your friends?
my friends know.
Your
My
girlfriend? All these visitors you have coming.
All these bums over there.
Wait just a minute. Did you see his signature on that check?
Oh.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And my handwriting is very horrible. So
And
if I
it-
would have signed it, you would know
Do you
it
have
was
the
me.
check? Do you have the check
Anybody
here
can
today?
straighten up their little crooked letters for $1,500.
Whatever, this ain't
Yeah.
cool what you're doing.
Do you
Deborah.
have the
That's
check?
all I'm
Do
saying.
you
is
have the
can
check here with you
hard
today? Mr.
evidence.
Carter?
Yes, I'm just trying to tell her what she needs. I'm sorry.
No, Mr. Scott,
I don't even know why
I
we
don't have
talking
a
about.
check.
Let's bang it. Got a gavel? Let's bang it. Cause what she don't know what she. You gotta have evidence. Evidence is 9/10 of the law.
Mr.
Mrs.
Carter, I
Scott.
don't need
Mrs.
your help.
I'm just-
nobody
I
else
don't-
lives there, and I know my brother, and he did it.
You know what? You know your girlfriend could have done it.
No, she's not a criminal.
So how do you know how do you know that he did it?
He
you
did.
said you mentioned that he had friends at the house, his girlfriend, and his friends. So you're not sure whether or not he did it.
She could
You
have
made
did
these
it.
accusations.
Really?
You all both should be embarrassed.
I am embarrassed
Blood.
of having
Blood.
money, hungry,
You all-
blood-sucking tick of a sister.
And I have a
Nah.
no job getting broke brother, don't do nothing but bum.
You know what?
Well, we both got
Look at
points.
each other. You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. You cannot get along. If you look at each other, you know what? God gave you all to each other. And why are you all destroying it? I think you both need therapy.
You need therapy.
You know what?
She need a man.
Sounds like to me.
You need a job.
Mr. Ashton, where did you live before you lived with your mother?
I stayed with one of my friends.
So you're 33 years old. You staying with your friend, now you're staying with your mother. Although you're helping your mother, are you currently working anywhere? Can you answer the question?
Well, right now I have some things going on that.
So the answer is no.
So you wanted the short version? No.
Do you have any other source of income?
No, ma'am.
Probably can't get a job because you failed a drug test.
I never took a drug test, Miss Scott, for a job.
You've never taken a drug test.
No, you said
But you're
I
saying that you may have something in your system, correct?
Yes, ma'am. This is the deal, Miss Scott. It really doesn't take a lot to make me happy. My sister, she just being unreasonable about this whole situation. And she's wrong on so many levels. It's all about money with her all the time. Money, money, money.
So hold on. So if I understand you correctly, you didn't have a place to stay. Nothing of your own, no income. So you decided to stay with your mom and take care of her.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So how long has your mother been ill?
I mean, she had minor problems with her arthritis, but not like now. I mean, she can barely walk. Deborah know that.
Miss Scott, he got kicked out of his friend's house for the same thing he did
Okay,
in my
how
mom's
you
house.
know
not
that, Deborah? You don't
contributing
have the
but he
answers to
lives.
everything.
Mr. Carter,
You
Mr.
know what I'm
Mama.
saying? This is defamation of character.
You know what?
And she needs to pay. No,
I ain't pay for nothing, just like you don't pay for nothing.
Mr. Carter, sometimes they put people like you in straitjackets.
And he
I
needs
need
to be in
you
one.
I need you to calm it down. Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Be careful, he might take all your breath.
See, that's what I'm saying. You
Carter,
have nothing to say about
Don't
her,
let
all
her
right?
make you so angry. You can control yourself. You can't control her, but you
And she
can
can't control me
yourself.
either, Miss Scott. It's her. She the reason we here.
You know what?
She don't even have no proof, no check. She just steady all these false accusations about me. That ain't right.
Look how he is.
You know what? Don't let your blood pressure go high.
And it's
You
high.
know, I know you love your sister,
I do
Just
love my sister.
calm it down. Both of you all need to settle down. You must be running your poor mama crazy if you react to her just like you're reacting today. Now, it sounds like you're living with your mom. That's very good. You don't have any employment, but you're taking care of mom. That's admirable. That speaks high of you. But you're so angry, you might need a little counseling. And Miss Carter, it's good to take care of the finances, but your mom needs a little bit more. And maybe you don't go around because of Miss Ashton, but what about her health? You know, taking care of finances, she needs more. Now, it sounds like living with your mom has been very convenient. You helped her with food, you clean, you cook, but I think that you could do more. I cannot deny that that's admirable of you helping her. But as it relates to Miss Carter, it concerns me that you're so worried about her financial condition as opposed to her physical. You say you take her to the grocery store, but what about her other needs? And the only thing that you've done here is complain about what your brother has done with his friends. And as to the forged check, you really have no proof. You've come here today in this mediation, and you cannot prove that he forged a check. There are other people living in the house, and you said that yourself. Girlfriend, friends coming in and out. So you failed to prove that he cashed a check. You know what? I think that we should just take a recess. I think you all should look at each other and realize no matter what happens here today, you're still sister and brother. Can't take that back. But we can start forward. So let's take a few minutes, and I'll be back to help you with the resolution.
Okay.
Will Justice Jackie mend these siblings back together? When we return to Cajun Court TV. Who will Justice Jackie side with? You heard from both sides of he said, she said. Will the smoke signals tell it all? Resolution is next.
It's unfortunate that you all can't get along. You know, the family is supposed to stick together. But let's come up with some resolution here. So maybe you all can try to cool your heels and get it together. Ms. Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the power of attorney over your mama's affairs, and it gives you the right on her behalf to make that rental agreement with your brother. Your brother, Mr. Carter, you signed the rental agreement, and you owe that, okay? You didn't object to the power of attorney. Your sister had that. So you owe $300, which is $1,800 for 6 months.
Thank you.
As to the forged check, Ms. Carter, you haven't presented any evidence that Mr. Carter forged that check. You can't collect the $1,500. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Ashton, we will address the defamation. Your sister has accused you of being lazy, disrespectful to your mom, taking advantage of her. That's her opinion. Now, in this particular situation, the false statement is, you know, you wrote that, you signed the check. But we don't have enough information for that. So because of that, I think you may deserve a little emotional distress.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I think you deserve $1,800. But you've not shown any injuries other than your feelings being hurt. Now, as it relates to taking care of your mom, Ms. Carter, that is priceless. And you should take that into consideration in suing your brother. And what you all should do is work this out. There's still time. I'm sure your mother would appreciate it. That's my resolution.
Well, I really didn't agree with Miss Scott because it's just another one of these cases of my brother getting over. He's grown, living at home, 33 years old, and he just needs to get a job. Anybody can cut the yard.
Well,
that's all true.
whatever. I agree with Miss Scott, and I don't agree with how my sister came into this courtroom today.
I don't agree with
But
you.
whatever. Hey, Mom, how you doing? I'll see you in a minute. Miss Scott, hey, great job. Cajun Court TV.
Whatever.
Justice Jackie.